We are live. Hello, everybody. We just watched an epic tribal council, and we are here to talk about what we just saw and what we have been seeing in Survivor BC the past few days. But before we get started, we're going to do some quick introductions. My name is Hannah. I am kind of a newbie fan to Survivor BC. I watched my friends play it last summer, got hooked, been watching the YouTube videos and loving the live videos right now. Kirk, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Kirk. I love Survivor BC. I've been watching it for a while, and you could see me in season 5, right there.
Airing now. Steven.
Hi, my name is Steven. I played last year on season 6. I had a very inglorious downfall pre-merge, but it was a lot of fun. It's hard to see, but I'm wearing my shirt right now too.
Love it.
I am on production this year. I helped with Jara plan out the season. Since I am in the US, I am I think the only one of the few production members who's not currently on the grounds. So that's why I can be part of this today.
Love it. And Dustin.
Hey folks, as Hannah said, my name is Dustin. I help run the Live Reality Games Facebook page, which you can check out at facebook.com/live reality games. That's a quick, simple plug. I help kind of coordinate everything that's going around. I've been doing these games for about 10 years now, maybe closer to 8. I don't know. I always like to round up, but I'm super excited for the live stream events. It is such a constant thing to watch, especially over the weekend, and it's been a blast watching this current season of Survivor BC. So
it's kind of like, you know how people say that what we get with Big Brother, when we get live feeds and we get to watch, I mean, I don't really watch them. Sometimes it's boring. We always say that, don't you wish we had live feeds of Survivor? This is literally live feeds of Survivor. We see the boring, we see the exciting, we get to see whole conversations on Facebook Live. And it's just amazing. I freaking love watching Facebook Live videos of Survivor.
When we first did Facebook Live, I think it was Pirate Booty Camp season 3. Am I correct?
Okay.
And Steven was in that. Yeah. And the reactions and the immediate feedback. I'm so surprised Probst and CBS haven't already tapped into this, because we've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, and it's so fun. Guys, let's talk about that tribal council we just watched. We were, spoiler alert, we were talking before we pressed live. So we have a lot of thoughts. We have this conversation of Kevin the genius or Kevin the paranoid. You know, what in the world? I was so ready for him to play that idol on Matt. He knew to play it on Matt. He said it in his confessional right before tribal. He knew all the votes were going on Matt, but he was paranoid that it was him. And so if you're he should have, you know what? He should have done the Denise. Denise played the idol on her and Jeremy because she had 2, knowing that her target Sandra would go home.
He doesn't have 2.
I thought he had 2.
No, he has in his possession. He has the idol he got from his Island of Patmos visit, and then he has the gold coin, or so he says, that he can then purchase.
Okay,
he hasn't converted to an actual idol yet, so he has the potential of a second idol in his hands, but he doesn't have at the moment.
Okay, thank you.
When does he get to convert it, though? Is it before tribal? Can he do it during
my understanding,
tribal?
at the beginning of roughly every round, the players can send one member of their tribe to the market to purchase stuff with their BC buckets. They have scavengers around camp, and at the market, you have the ability to purchase a hidden mutile. Oh, okay. So Nolan's saying he doesn't have the gold coin. Okay, so I don't know. Kevin might think he had the gold coin, but he had the wrong gold coin, apparently.
Kevin thinks he has it. Dylan thinks Kevin has it. And what's the saying? Perception is reality.
Yeah, so maybe he just needs to run with the idea. So anyhow, if you find the gold coin that's hidden, I think there's one at each tribe site, and you go to the market, you can purchase a hidden mutile. Yeah, so Noah's saying he found one of the gold coins that was hid last year that was never found. So Kevin is a lot more vulnerable than expected, and if he doesn't find an idol or a gold coin
played
or something
on Matt. Oh, we were all ready for it. I loved how he stood his ground, and Tyler is doing a great job of convincing him to not do it. And I mean Tyler wasn't lying, right? That's the funniest part of the whole thing, is that Tyler's literally saying, please just don't do this. Keep it. Wow.
And it's the truth. He should have kept it. In fact, he probably should have just like cut his losses, let Matt go, held onto the idol, stayed in a powerful position, like at least socially. And right now he's going to be, I mean, he was so close to being in like the most perfect setup spot for another swap or a merge or whatever. And I feel like he just fell off the train. Totally.
The only thing he needed to do was play the idol on Matt. That was the last step of this move. Well, and he knew it. He
had to execute it exactly, and he didn't.
Paranoia won.
What Kirk was saying is that like he was in this beautiful position where maybe before he got the idol, he was kind of a potential target. But as soon as he had the idol, everyone's like, no, we need him. We can't touch him. He is our weapon. We're going to use him come merge. And like, gosh, that's the dream right there, to have a public idol and people actually say, wow, we don't want to get rid of that. Yeah, keep it. All good for you.
And here's the thing. His move would have worked if Tyler hadn't wormed his way into the hearts of several of the people on his tribe.
There were so many confessionals that people were just like so overwhelmed with Tyler's like joy and his hospitality and everything. Everyone is just swooning over Tyler right now.
Yeah, Stevie is Team Tyler. Dylan is as well. Do I have that right? I have to look at my notes.
I think so.
Yep, Dylan said he's closest with Tyler and Stevie. So that's 3 votes right there. That 3 people that are not voting Tyler, including Tyler himself. But
and then Luke feels like beholden that he has to work with Tyler because they're returnees and he has no choice.
I've watched Kirk's season that's airing right now. I've seen Tyler yelling at Taylor. Like we've seen the yelling Tyler. This was a good version of Tyler. This is like a come on, bros. Like it's fine. Let's stick together. This was a good job by Tyler.
And to Tyler's defense, Tyler is all of these things. He is that spectrum. I saw that side of him in season 5. It's just maybe not been perceived by the viewers, but I can totally say that he has that side to him. He's very he's charming in a way that when you're in person, it just kind of like takes you over.
Man, I
don't know how to explain it.
Do you think if all of your season episodes were out, people would be perceiving him differently right now?
Sorry.
Is that from you, Kirk?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you. I have those I have that happen at my house all the time. So I didn't know if it was me. Okay. It wasn't. That's the joy of live. Okay. So my question was, if we had seen all the episodes from season 5, would the players be viewing Tyler differently right now? I have not seen his winning season. Was that season 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes in 2s, apparently. So season 9, he'll be back.
Oh gosh. So, what do you think, Kirk? Do you think? Oh, is that too spoilery to tell us?
It is. I would say yes. That's all I'll say.
I love it. Well, you know what? He's spoiling his game on the Facebook Live during the tribal councils. I'm like, whatever. It's worth it for this show. So, anyways, I mean,
it's still worth the watch though. Like you see much more actually in the so yeah.
Nolan mentioned, he said that Tyler was loyal. And so to that extent, that's why I think people would perceive him a little bit differently this season.
Wait, I have to ask, right? You're playing with a person who's won, again, like I'm super behind on watching. I've not watched season 5 yet. It's on my to-do list. So I apologize, Kirk. But you're playing with a person who has won the game you were playing before. How scary is it to take that person to the end game? Do you think, like, surely like juries must look and say, wow, Tyler won before. Look, he's sitting at the end again. How did he do it? Right.
But at the same time, is Tyler such a big challenge threat? Like at that point in the game, are you really worried he's going to like win immunities right at the end? Like you've seen how he performs in all of his seasons. He's brilliant up here, but not right here. I mean, I love him to death, and I think he would admit the same thing. So I don't know.
I think he definitely upped his gameplay, especially at Steal the Bacon. He was there on that little raft and then ran right back. Like, he was super quick.
So
I hate Steal the Bacon. I put it in the live chat. I hate Steal the Bacon. Like, that is like my worst nightmare, honestly. Like, can you imagine me like trying to like wrestle with someone? Like, nope. I would be actually too scared of getting hurt, honestly. So what do you guys feel about Steal the Bacon?
well, I got manhandled when I played it.
Ooh, by who?
I was up against David twice, and the first time I just didn't anticipate like that was hard plastic, so it slipped out from my arms. And the second time, I was just slowly getting clawed back as David dragged me. Then he took the advantage and forfeited the point, which then ended up being my downfall later anyway. So,
yeah, man, I'm still just reeling over this tribal. Like, does Kevin have hope now? I mean, the theme
where
of
does
the
he go
season
from here?
is hope. Where does he go from here? Like Tyler's gonna pretend like he's cool with him.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. Because Tyler like told him not to do it, so he's gonna be like, "I had your back the entire time."
I don't think he's the only bad spot he has is that he was trying to vote out Tyler. Like, that's it.
So if there's a merge, like so we're at final 11, so they're gonna be a merge at maybe now 10 or 9.
So that means no swaps, huh? We haven't seen any swaps yet.
No, we haven't seen any swaps yet. So
besides like day one, technically.
The like one world camping situation. So given that let's assume there's going to be no swap. Let's say that the merge is in this round, 1 or 2 rounds. Like, ideally they win, right? Ideally, like, they don't go to tribal council and Kevin's great, so then he can like kind of maybe things open up come merge for him.
Yeah. But he was already kind of getting on the outs from what we've heard from confessionals, right? Like, he kind of already was in a bad spot. So if they go to tribal again, he is not looking good.
So what would you do if you Hannah, imagine you're Kevin, you just played your idol, you just voted a minority, you've ticked off the power player Tyler Kakuna. What do you do?
I think that you just have to go with you chose that path. You have to keep going down that path, and you have to get everybody else, try to convince everybody else to vote him out. But if you find resistance with people like that are not going to vote him out, you have to suck up to Tyler Kakuna. What do you guys think?
I think you just like talk to the other people that are supposedly in this bigger alliance and try to pull 2 of them over to your side and keep like flip-flopping the numbers. Be like, oh, now Tyler has too much power. We have to take a number off of him. So then you try to pull somebody to your side. I know what Kirk's going to say.
Kirk,
run and find the other idol.
The 5th.
Run and find the other idol. That's what you do. He's got to go get it again. And it sucks now that we know that the idol, the gold coin, is not for the idol. That sucks for him, because I think he was making this move with the idea that it was that he had another idol to spare. Did you guys catch how he like slipped the word "to" when he was talking about having an idol in my pocket? He's like, I don't want to go home with 2 idols in my pocket. Did you catch that? So like, I don't know if that was like a ploy by him to like try to make people think he has another idol, or if he really just is like playing like he has 2.
He was probably just in the situation. He's like, I have to do this. Like, wasn't even thinking about his wording choices. So
Travis just said in the chat that you have to just go for Tyler 100%. And I think that's the best move. I think it's a hard move, but I think that's what he has to do.
So of the 3 people he can court, he has Luke, he has Stevie, he has Dylan. Which 2 do you focus on?
Luke. I mean, I don't think they're going to do it. Oh my God.
They're not going to do it.
I mean, if they are going to emerge, like Tyler is going to know like some of the other people on the other team, so you might as well get him out before he.
Well, no one knows that. No one knows that. No one knows.
I know, but you can assume like a merge is coming up with the numbers getting down there.
Yeah,
it's just an assumption to go with. Like, we have no idea. You probably do, but
I know exactly when the merge is.
No
you know what? I think they're loving the meat shield, Tyler. Like, they're loving the meat shield, so they don't. Especially Luke. Luke needs him. Guy, I'm not a big Tyler fan. From what I've seen in season 5, I'm not a big Tyler fan. Maybe my mind will change. Whatever. Okay. I did not like the episode 1 of Tyler Kakuna, and he needs to convince me otherwise, but I am not a big fan.
I'm a fan of Rob has a podcast, Mini Sequester, Tyler Kakuno, and his shouting
You're a
argument
fan
with
of
Rob.
that?
Well, because like Rob just puts him down and it's hilarious.
Oh yeah. It's good TV though. I'll say that I love watching him on TV. Like that's great. So whatever. Okay. There's a little compliment right there.
But I'm a huge fan, talking about people we're fans of Stevie. I've never don't know this person. Stevie just brings joy to the camera, is exciting to watch.
Single second.
Yeah, absolutely. Love
Stevie. The second I watched him, I was like, I'm done. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm team Stevie all the way. So you know what? If Tyler helps Stevie's game, then go Tyler. Big fan of Tyler.
Is Stevie the best position on that tribe?
Ooh, that's a good call. I don't think anybody is going for Stevie.
Yeah.
I have to say I haven't watched all the confessionals. I've been trying to catch up with the confessionals, but it's so much, and I love how much it is. Okay, I'm not complaining. I love it.
I mean, because you think of it, like, so he hasn't been to the Isle of Patmos, so no one's ever gonna be skeptical there about him. He's not a returning player, right? He has now Dylan and Tyler potentially as shields for him. I think the other tribe, considering Kevin's burned them so badly, if they're looking to pull someone over, they might go to him.
Yeah. Did you guys catch how Stevie has really studied the game before coming out here and has been practicing endurance challenges for a couple months before coming out? So our boy is ready. He's ready. He's been prepping for this. So I'm ready to see him. So. I'm ready to see him in the merge. I am looking at, like, when I saw that Ephesus lost this challenge, I was pretty disappointed. I really want to see Thyatira. Did I say that right?
Thyatira? Yeah, that sounds right.
Thyatira. Okay.
Nice job.
Thyatira, I really wanted to see them go again to Tribal. Like, I am so invested in what's going to happen there. Speaking of Thyatira, we have one of our big characters, Keenan. What are you guys thinking about Keenan? Every bit of Keenan.
Someone who make a line of your clothes challenge strips even before he's near the end of the challenge. Like that's some dedication right there, I guess.
Now we know why Jaira really needed to make the videos in the private group. He wasn't going to post them publicly. Like he probably knew this was coming. He was like, we need to keep this on the private group level. Yeah, so like the last
I don't know. Like, would you do that?
No.
Would any of you get naked on live? I would never. Ever.
It cracked me up. I think
even if it was for
some players had like their full clothes on when he was nothing on.
Wait, for $1 million, Kirk, you wouldn't?
Yeah, I just don't know what this strategy like.
Well, maybe.
Like in general, like this one little piece of clothing is not going to save your team. Like there are better strategies to go with. Just
he was just waiting for an excuse. He just. Did you guys did you catch them giving each other nicknames?
Yeah, afterwards? Early on. Yeah, no, I heard his nickname. I'm not repeating it.
Yeah, he gave himself a nickname. I think he was just like trying to, I don't know what he was doing, but I think he's hysterical. I think that he's so fun. His confessionals are super fun. He gives it all. So the last tribal we saw with Thyatira is, I was very interested in the votes that were not in the majority. We saw where is it? Mm-hmm.
So
Andrew
put the two people who didn't vote majority. We had Andrew voted for Keenan, probably just as in case of an idol, and then we saw Jordan Knight vote for Jenny, which is really fascinating.
Yeah, I found that really cool. So we have definitely heard people saying they want Jenny out, and we've heard people say they want Keenan out, and I was just so ready to see their next tribal.
Well, it feels like it's really fractured into 3 groups of 2, right?
Okay, so what are those groups?
So we have the duo of Knight and Jenny. Even though Knight voted for Jenny, I think he really wants to use. He talked about he did it in an org. We know Tyler Kakuna loves orgs. He said I did an org, it was really successful, and I want to use it to kind of like shift the blame onto someone else to kind of kickstart Jenny because she'll never suspect me, which so far seems true. And Jenny, at least in the last confessional I heard, was saying maybe it was Mitchell who did it. So you have that. That's the first duo. The second duo is Aiden and Andrew, who are friends out of the game, and the players don't know that. So they're working together. And then finally, you have Mitchell and Keenan together.
I love it. Voting blocks.
Yeah, all the voting blocks are like targeting everyone.
Do you guys want to talk about pre-existing friendships coming into live games?
Ooh.
We in the last tribal council in the live chat we had several comments about if the pre-existing friendship of Andrew, Tyler, and Aiden make it to final 3, it would. I agreed with, I forget who said it, but Kirk disagreed. I think that it would be the most boring timeline. The darkest timeline. And because they all know each other, we've already heard Andrew say that he is fiercely loyal to those two. He is not turning on them whatsoever. Kirk, why would that not be the darkest timeline?
The wording I said was unlikely. I just don't you think the other players are going to be aware of this at some point? I think it's going to be super hard for them to keep it completely under wraps.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my assumption, is that will become a threat. I don't think that's a likely outcome, but I guess, would it be the darkest days of Survivor BC? Well, I guess so.
Does anybody enjoy when pre-existing relationships come into Survivor? Does anybody enjoy that besides the people who have them?
Justin, we've played Survivor 3 times.
Yes.
So
together.
Yes.
Together.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean,
having been through it, it's terribly rough. There's a huge target with you, especially if like even one person knows that, because once that target is out there, one of us is gone.
They are
really.
You have to pull it off like Craig and Jessica did in season 4, where you're able to keep it secret the whole way until the end, and then go, haha, tricked you all.
But like I'm thinking back I'm thinking of the international seasons and like just other live games where we've seen relationships like that, like Real Foot season 2, where you had bringing the names of the final 2 who are dating at the very end, and the jury was pretty incensed about that. They were very upset about that advantage they perceived them having. I'm thinking Survivor New Zealand. We had in the final 2. Well, in the merge, you had 2 former best friends, and one of them got to the very end. The jury just crucified him for it and gave him no votes for that. And
because of the pre-existing,
they thought it was just such an unfair advantage that no one had known about. And I just get the feeling, because it feels like we're really shaping up to like a tribe versus tribe dynamic here. Maybe depending on what happens to Kevin. And I think that, like, you know, if we see like the 2 tribes are very gung-ho against each other, and Aiden and Andrew just like jump ship, there's going to be a lot of really upset people. Let's say it is a final 3 of them, and there's like, let's say at most 4 people from the Thyatero tribe on jury. They're not going to be very happy.
I also like love the idea, now that you brought up all these past games where we've seen this happen. The idea, if there is a final 3, the idea of all 3 of them making who is the jury most upset with? Like, you know, there's the thing of like, if Tyler makes it to the end as a previous winner, like you would think like, oh man, of course he'd win because the fact that he made it to the end again. But is the jury going to be like, no, dude, you had friends like that they carried you to the end. So maybe they'll like not give him the win. Or are they going to, like Steven said, are they going to be pissed that Andrew and Aiden played with Tyler? Oh my gosh. Now I'm kind of like into it.
Yes, maybe darkest timeline, but fascinating nonetheless.
Wow.
Just coming from a casting situation for that, especially with all these events that are happening in the world right now. So I understand, like, if casting was a little bit limited in that, and it just was probably something that wasn't preventable. I mean, looks like production like separated them team, like Tyler's over here. and they're over there. Like, they separated them as best they could, and then we'll just see how things lie. It's just how it is
I
right
think
now.
I saw a comment where someone said that they didn't, that one of the friendships they actually weren't aware of. And I don't want to come across as like upset about it. I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just happy it's happening. This is like our one live survivor we're going to get for like 5 years. So I'm just going to love every second of it.
So speaking of casting, I have a question for you, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
You sign up for LRG. You show up, you're blindfolded, everyone takes the blindfolds off, and you discover you're the only girl in a cast of 14.
My
what
gosh.
do you do?
I actually feel really good about it, because like, what a bad look they would have for voting a girl out first. Right? And I'm very confident in my social game that I can hang with the bros. I mean, like, look at me right now. Like, I'm with you guys. Like, like, I feel like I would be able to hang with the guys real well. But that being said, and Jenny has already like voiced the fact that it's going to be harder for her to make it to the end, because she already has the story of being the only girl. So yeah, she'll probably make it to merge, but it's going to be very hard for her to make it to the end. And boy, do I hope she makes it to the end.
How do you change your gameplay if you're Jenny?
Right. What do you guys think?
She seems to be doing fine. As we were talking earlier, like you said before, it seems to be all groups of 2s left over in the other tribe. And she said in her confessional, her and her partner are pretty much the swing vote, and they don't know exactly who they're going to side with at the moment. I know they're leaning towards Andrew's group right now. Mm-hmm. However, she wasn't 100% sure, and she was just going to let it be until she felt better about it. So she seems pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think once she gets word that Keenan is going after her, she won't. Mm-hmm. She'll want to vote him out. I mean, hopefully she'll do that. But yeah, I feel like I think the move is when you end up with a target on your back. Like, she just, like I said, only girl, she's going to naturally have a target because of that. Because of her story, the threat level. I think you just really have to, like Tony and Winners at War, you just have to like really just fly under the radar as far as you can.
Well,
what do you guys think?
She was talking about how she kind of messed up with that a little already, right? With the buy an idol at the BC market. She went there. She saw there's an idol for a gold coin. She came back, didn't tell anyone. And then later on, it sort of came out when people were talking. She's like, oh, by the way, there's this thing. And that might have sketched people out a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, other players have gone now verified. Oh, yes, it is there. Someone can buy it. But
I've been watching the Patmos videos, but I've totally missed, like, how do they get sent there? Like, what happens?
So for the most part, so we've had 4 visits now. It's Luke's gone, Dylan's gone, Kevin, Jeff have gone, and Kevin. So typically after a reward challenge, the winning tribe will select one player from the losing tribe to go to Patmos Island.
Okay.
The one exception is after the first immunity challenge, Dylan was sent, and he ended up staying the night there, missing the following tribal council.
Right. Oh, I've been loving Dylan. Like, what do you guys think? Like, I think he has such a good head on his shoulders, and he's really doing a great job thinking through things. I really like him so far. What about you guys?
I was impressed.
Yeah.
Especially because he missed so much of the game by staying probably 12 hours alone. Like that could have been a huge handicap.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, but I think that he was able to lay low because of that as well. He's not in all the conversations. And I mean, how much time before he went to tribal after that? I mean,
I don't know.
So he did have a lot of time to talk still.
Yeah.
After that tribal happened. So maybe it was a benefit.
Right. So like he said in the last confessional I watched with him, he said that he trusts Stevie and Tyler. He said that a couple times already, Stevie and Tyler, and he's grown to trust Kevin a lot. Who knows after this last tribal? And he trusts Matt and Luke the least. So I wonder if he will be on the bandwagon to vote Luke out next if they go to tribal again before merge. He'll be on vote Luke out train. I wonder if that would happen. You know.
I'd be lucky for Kevin if that train came.
Yeah. So speaking of Patmos, do you guys want to talk about the Kevin Jeff visit to the island of Patmos?
Please.
Steven sent me the link. He was like, make sure you watch this before we stream today, because I hadn't watched it yet. Like, I knew that what Kevin ended up with, but watching that was amazing. Like, was Kevin planning on doing Steel the whole time, do you think?
They made it sound like it.
The whole thing was a ploy to get Jeff to write Cher.
Kirk was on top of this one. He came running to me. He's like, "Oh my goodness."
I was super critical of Kevin. Like, I had him ranked super low from this decision. I thought, you can't make that decision this early in the game. And then after that, it looked like he did everything he needed to do to mitigate any threat about that decision. Like, he seemed to be making every right choice until this tribal that we just watched, where he lost all of that great mojo he had built up. But yeah, I mean, it was brutal. I mean, I played with Jeff. I know Jeff, and I can attest that he would have made the same decision like in season 5. He would have said Cher.
So,
yeah.
For each of you, would you have shared or stolen?
I don't think I would have done what Kevin did. I don't think I would have done that whole act to just put Steel down. Like, what a mess. It was brilliant television. I loved watching it. But I would have been working for the merge. I would have been working for that connection. We have someone else ready to join the stream. Someone who I believe is on location. Let's see how this works. Welcome to the stream, Nolan.
Hey.
Right on.
I'm going to walk down so nobody can hear me.
Wow, fresh on location. We would all love to be in your shoes right now, watching this firsthand.
Like it's Canada.
Beautiful day out. It's so nice.
What are you guys thinking? So, Nolan, you're on production, right?
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking after that tribal?
So it's interesting. Obviously, like Kevin fucked up. Like, guys, there's no other way to describe it.
I know.
And I went back to camp to grab Matt's stuff and like brought it out. Matt just left, but Kevin was like, he just kind of walked up to me. He was like, I messed up. Like, I did that, and like he's really down in the dumps. But like, what? It was a confessional that me and Jaira did that never got posted. Is that Dylan really wants to take out Luke?
Oh,
That's what I was just predicting, wasn't I?
And
Wow.
So he said, he was like, Kevin's always going to be the easy vote, but he was like, why do we want to do easy right before the merge? Let's do a bigger target. So
Come on, Dylan.
So I really do hope that he'll try to pick up Kevin and use him against Luke. That's basically the only way I see Kevin getting out of it. Yeah, but I felt bad for Kevin, but it's going good. Yeah, just Kevin, I do not know what he was thinking.
It was so close. He just one idle play wrong. That's it.
Yeah.
Was there
what was the trigger that really made him think the vote was him? I
think Matt told Tyler that let's just vote out Kevin, and then Tyler went to Kevin and was like, Matt said your name, and this happened right before tribal, and then that started getting the wheel string that maybe they're gonna try to like put him out with the idol. But if Matt just told Tyler that because they're voting for each other and they just needed like the whatever. So yeah, Tyler used it against Matt to get Kevin like more paranoid. But then I think it like went too far and Kevin got way too paranoid, and then like Tyler obviously idol became wasted.
So Tyler really did want to save that idol for their tribe, for their alliance.
Yeah. Tyler really didn't want to use it. Tyler, as soon as the cameras turned off and everybody started walking out, Tyler just like spun around to like production, just like threw his hands over his head and just like looked down. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. So
maybe they should have said the vote was going to be Stevie and not Kevin's, and not make Kevin paranoid, and instead ensure him that he is totally safe. I'm loyal 1000%. It just seems like it was sneaky. It was too sneaky.
Yeah, I definitely.
But
sorry, go on.
In that instance, he would have played his idol on Matt probably to save Matt.
Yeah, it's like.
That's true.
Yeah, I just can't wrap my head around using the idol that way, but obviously it happens. And it's like, he checked with Jaira about the gold coin, and Jaira's like, that's trash. Like, it's not the gold coin. But for some reason, he still thinks it is, and that's what he's kind of banking on.
Oh
So-
gosh.
And well, if he shows it to anybody else that doesn't know for sure, like they will just assume that he is the currency for the idol.
That's true.
Yeah.
So-
These coins have actually created paranoia at the other camp as well. Mitch found one, and so Jenny told everybody that there is a gold coin to like get an idol. So when Mitch found it and got it checked, and Jaira was like, "No, that's trash." People now think Jenny was lying. So acting in the confessionals, they're like, "Oh, like Jenny's lying to us," like, and it's like unprovoked lying. We're like, "Oh no, she's actually not." But
Oh my gosh.
So Nolan, can you clarify? Is there one gold coin out there? Or can you not? I don't know if you can say it. Like in the entire woods, are they looking for one coin?
yes,
Like a needle in a haystack. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
One at each camp?
I believe this is. I'm not 100% sure, but the
Mhm.
coins are not even out there yet. They know about
Oh.
it and they've been looking, but it's not actually planted. And I believe it's being planted at Merge.
Oh, sweet. I love it.
That's still evil though, like to just
You have
tempt
to
this
get-
idol in front of them like that.
Yeah, you have to basically get it, but then also convince everybody to send you to the store so
Market.
you can
Uh-huh.
purchase the idol. Because if you don't get sent, you'll never get it.
So
And that puts the perception on whoever goes to the store next. People are gonna like if Kevin gets to go to the store, they're gonna assume he has the idol.
Dylan also believes Kevin does have the coin, and that's why because Kevin made
Right.
a slight comment about going to the store. So people already think Kevin may have the coin to go get this new idol, and that's why he played it. So maybe they think he has another one, and they'll just not vote for him. But
Yes, we had a comment saying that the coins bring back memories. We've seen coins in other games play out before.
I have found a coin in a game that had nothing to do with the game I was playing. Right, Steven?
yes.
Steven showed me a coin. He was like, "What do you think this is for?" I was like, "I don't know." This was even before fire tokens were a thing. Screw you, Steven. Just kidding.
I swear
You got the last
Survivor
laugh.
watched us and they said, "Ooh, this is a good idea. Let's use fire tokens."
Yep. That's got to be what it is.
Gotta be.
Wow. Well, what else were we talking about that we can ask Nolan about? We were talking about the Thyatira breakdown of who's working with who and who might go next. Do you have any thoughts on
yeah,
what we might see?
Yeah, just okay. Sorry, I'm really bad at the tribe. Thyatira is the black tribe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure I had that right before I. So it's basically 3 groups of 2. So Knight and
Mhm.
Jenny are a pair. Then you have Aiden and
Andrew.
Aiden, Andrew, and then last but not least, you have the Mitch and Keenan.
Mm-hmm.
They all think they're the middle group,
Oh.
which is kind of funny, but they're really just a giant circle. So it's like interesting last night. So Mitch and Keenan tried to sneak out to go look for the idol and got caught by Jenny and Knight. And then Keenan and Mitch pitched them like a 4-person alliance to vote out Andrew. But Aiden was actually awake and just listening to the conversation because they were in the middle of camp. So they now think they're the bottom. So they're like really geared up if they lose to like go to war against Knight and Jenny.
I love it. I love it so much. I need to see them go to tribal. That's what I want next. I need to see it. I want
I
Kevin to
don't
be
want that.
safe. I want Kevin to be safe, and I want to see Thyatira go to tribal.
I kind of
Yeah,
still want
like-
to see Thyatira be saved just because in the merge, it's like just having that fractured tribe
Yeah.
would be very
Yeah.
interesting dynamics versus the Ephesus tribe. If like it seems like they really want to roll together, and I think even if they roll in as a minority of 4, they might still do pretty well.
When kind of granola bar on the ground. When merge happens, I do believe it will be an immediate face-off between Knight and Tyler. They both have talked shit about each other.
Oh.
Knight, his issue is he was talking shit about Tyler to Andrew, who of course is friends with Tyler. and he was saying that about how much shit Tyler was talking about Andrew tonight when they were at McDonald's last night.
Yeah.
Which Andrew, of course, kind of knew is a lie because, well, he's friends with Tyler. So that's kind of rocky. But I do think, like, Kevin will probably flip towards Knight, I believe. And I hope Keenan and Mitch go to Knight and them. And then you kind of have, like, this Knight-Tyler face-off.
I would love
two
it.
Tall, lengthy, skinny boys just smooth talkers going off at Tribal.
Battling it out. What does production think of the Keenan show that we saw first challenge?
It was something. So I wasn't here, and I just get a text being like, "We have a streaker," and I was like, "What?" And I show up, and then they were all filming me, and I was like, "Oh man," I was like, "Ugh." Yeah. Keenan's something. He's quite funny. His confessionals, he very.
They're
thinks
so
he's-
good.
It's very. He's like giving me the logic. He was telling me and Jaira in a confessional, like the live one, it got posted about how like he needs to vote out close allies to build trust with not close allies, and we're like, I don't know if that like yes, that I guess that works, but like,
I love it. Did you guys catch him screaming during Steal the Bacon? He's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, it's funny. Luke just started screaming, and he's like, ah! Oh yeah, it's quite funny.
I love it. Do you think that we've been also talking about Stevie? Do you think Stevie's in a good spot?
I think Stevie's in the best spot on that tribe, going to merge. Stevie's basically in the middle. I think that I would say Dylan would be up there too, but if Dylan goes after Luke, he'll have to try to tell Tyler, and I don't know if Tyler will be okay with Luke going, so that could hurt Dylan. But Stevie's just kind of there. He's there, but everybody wants him to be there. Like, he's not just a background character. So I think when he gets to merge, you'll see like a fallout of either a Tyler side or a Knight side, and Stevie will be one of the people just kind of left over. Which, so I'm pretty sure it's like, I would put him like almost like right now, like the way he's going, like a guaranteed like final 6 even, because he'll be there, and he's a very sociable and likable character. Like a lot of people say that they just really like him being around. So yeah, that social threat when you get down there, like maybe we'll see how he does in like individual challenges, but yeah.
Love it. I had a random question that I had written down that you guys might be able to answer. So night 1, they show up, are blindfolded, reveal the blindfold, and then just spend the night Survivor Fiji style, right? Is that all that happened night 1? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, who else have we not talked about yet, guys? I'm really sad to see Matt go. I was really loving Matt, so that sucked.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt, just like he was asking some questions and stuff, and he was like asking kind of what his flaws were, and I was like, hey, like you like for some reason like everyone just sat on the mat and like got like you just thought people were gonna vote Tyler and you didn't go to work for it, and I was like, then you guys tried to work for it 20 minutes before Tribal and you ran out of time. I was just like, what? I asked him why like he didn't say that earlier, and he just said like he didn't want to be the first one to get up and go, but eventually he just said fuck it, like this is what I have to do. But
yeah,
it's just like, yeah, I think like he was just a little too trusting in Stevie and Luke, and then like he didn't even have a conversation with Luke or Dylan, and it's like those are swing votes, those are the votes he needed. Like so, yeah.
Oh, so who is our character in red, by the way, with the top hat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Austin. Hanging out.
Are there okay, question, why? Like are there, like why?
I don't know. We just turned around, he was like in, and we're like, oh, okay. All right.
I'm imagining the next tribal council, Jaira going, so you want to play this man in red? You think this is an idol? Yes. Yes, Jaira.
You can make the
I want to
drummer
play
as well.
that. What do you say?
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
What did you say, Steven?
Oh, you can make him the drummer as well, Nolan. You can pass your position on to him.
Perfect.
Okay, who have we not talked about yet? I feel like, did we cover everybody?
Okay, you guys want to see something funny? Maddie is
Of course.
stuck at the gate to get out, and he is stuck here. I walked down to the end, and here he is, just stuck here. I guess we will free him, and if you guys have any questions for him, I'll pass him the phone when I free him.
If he's ready to
Wait.
join Facebook Live.
No,
I'm
before you go,
confused.
who's your winner pick from here?
Mine?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we should talk about our winner picks.
Probably either Stevie or Mitch, actually. Hey, you need out?
No, I know the code.
Oh, you know the code?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you stopped. Yeah. Perfect. You're on Facebook Live, though.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, buddy.
It sucks seeing you go, Matt. You played awesome. Oh,
Thanks.
We
I
were
know.
really
I
hoping
actually-
Kevin would play his idol for you.
Yeah, I know. Hey. Oh well.
You have to save yourself.
He wasn't sure,
Yeah.
right? But I think his boat's been sunk now, so unfortunately.
oh, we loved that tribal though. We were so ready to see the idol played on you. We were so ready.
That would have been epic. What a waste.
We were thinking the same.
So what are you gonna do now? What's the next thing? Are you gonna go get some food, a shower?
Yeah, I was just messaging some buddies from town here, so yeah, I'm gonna go out and probably visit them and stay the night.
So how's the experience been for you? Have you been camping? Have you done this Survivor thing before?
No, this is my first shot at it. Yeah. And I've been camping. Yeah, I was showing everyone like which berries to eat, like the ones that are safe.
Nice.
I probably should have showed them the ones that would kill.
Next time.
Well, did you like playing a live Survivor game? Like, was it fun?
That was a ton of fun. Yeah, I was telling some of the production crew, like, I was 16 years old when like I was physically there in the living room watching Richard Hatch win. Like $1 million.
Yeah.
With all the other millions of people watching. Yeah, so like I've been a fan for a long time. I mean, you go to college and miss a few episodes and seasons,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's Survivor's
Yeah.
like.
Well, just it's the thing right now too. We're watching you play Survivor, so
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
it was fun watching you play. It was awesome. Sad to see you go.
Yeah, and I'd like to see some of you guys back because, I recognize some people there. Maybe all of you guys actually.
No, I didn't play. So,
Someday.
Oh, okay.
but we have Mr. Season 5 over here.
Maybe if they ask me again, I would consider it. I'm
We have a
close
very
to
strong
retirement. I'm
anti-Kirk
almost
main
retired.
now.
Anti-Kirk.
Anti-Kirk, yeah.
No, Kirk was good.
After crawling through underneath where we were sleeping, no thanks.
Spoiler, Nolan.
Hey,
Spoiler.
Matt, we have a question.
I love you,
We have a
Nolan.
question from Facebook Live, Matt. How did you find out about this game?
Oh, I think it had to do with the whole like Canadians could apply type thing to the American Survivor version. So
Oh, cool.
I think I just Googled. I thought, well, maybe there's like a Canadian version, or there should be, and this popped up.
Cool.
So yeah, I started watching some of the seasons, and I don't even know how I applied because that was random too. But yeah,
well,
It's all
I'm
a
glad
blur.
random worked out. So
Yeah.
I hope we get to watch you again in either
yeah.
a future season or a different series. If you're a Survivor fan, you're super entertaining, and it'd be so fun to watch you or play with you.
yeah, I think that was why I got targeted probably too. I think he might have saw that. Like he likes to do the alpha male, like, oh, go against the alpha male, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, and he's a huge shield, right? You guys know what's going on, and
Yeah.
you guys are quite aware. Like, yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I like everybody. Everybody was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Right
it's
on.
a great cast. It's a great cast.
Mhm.
Yeah, and appreciate you guys all watching too, because that's pretty fun too. Yeah,
Well, we'll see you in the live chat in
Mhm.
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
hope you
yeah,
can watch
absolutely.
along.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I'm gonna start walking back then, dude. See you later,
for
right?
sure. Yeah, later.
All right. See you, Matt.
I'm at.
He's off.
So officially no Edge of Extinction.
No.
Yeah. No.
We've known for a while, but I was hoping for it, Confirmed. You heard it here first.
I feel like LRGs are the one place you can kind of still do. I don't feel bad about an Edge of Extinction redemption challenges in live games. All right, just because it's something that so many people go out of their way to do and play, and like people are flying from all over the country. But the real Survivor game,
It's true. It's like you want people to have as much enjoyment in some of the games as much as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love how you asked Nolan who his winner pick was. He said either Stevie or Mitch. What about you guys? Do you guys have a winner pick yet? I feel like I don't know if I think that Stevie's target is going to get huge. I would love to see him make it to the end and win, but I wonder if his like sociable personality will get him targeted in the merge. But I will call him my winner pick because I really want him to win. What do you guys think?
I am also going to pick Stevie. I think Stevie has a nice opportunity to flip over if that opportunity presents itself. And I don't know. I just would love right now, today, I would love Stevie to win.
I'm going to say Andrew. He seems to know what's going on, surprisingly. I don't know. Surprisingly, I don't know is the best term, but being his first game and everything. But in his confessionals, he seems to know a lot what's going on. He's also been very successful in these challenges. So if he does make it to merge, he might just get a bunch of wins under his belt and take it from there. So
right. Do you think he beats Tyler in the end if he goes with Tyler?
I can't see anyone beating Tyler. If you let Tyler get to the end, he almost deserves it, in my opinion. Like if you're gonna let him get there. Yeah.
We were talking about whether once it comes out of his friendships with Aiden and Andrew, if that would hurt him or help him, and if he makes it to the end.
Yeah, I wonder if like he would tell them or tell other people. I wonder if they'll ever tell other people that they're all friends. But yeah, I'm interested to see that. The one thing about Stevie is him and Knight have like they've played online games together and they've hung out in real life. I know as well.
Yes, he said that in a confessional.
So I'm hoping maybe like Stevie and Kevin hop onto Team Knight, but we'll see what happens there.
Oh, I think Stevie's Tyler connection will be too strong.
Yeah.
Steven, do you have a winner pick?
So I might eat my words if this works out poorly, but Dylan.
He's doing so good.
I think because I think Stevie and Dylan are the best choices from the Ephesus tribe, but I think I have a good feeling about Dylan unless let's say Ephesus loses, Dylan targets Luke and goes and takes the fall for it. That would be like the one kind of like reservation there, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I love it. I personally would love to see Jenny pull out the win. That would be amazing. Girl power. Like, take that, all you dudes, losing to a girl. I would love it. I think she's great. We just talked about the gold coin fiasco that she has going on at her camp, so that might not be good for her. But I hope she can do it.
I hope someday we get to see a live game that's all females cast except for one dude. I want to see this game.
It would be like a cast of like 6 people, like five girls and one guy.
We could probably pick the 6 girls it would be right now, but
you would know exactly which girls.
We'll save that for another time.
I'm here for it. I would love it. Guys, do you have any other thoughts about what we've seen in the game so far? We've seen some amazing stuff. I've loved it.
No. The reward challenge is about to start, so I'm not going to go into there. But then there's reward, and then after that, there is another immunity challenge again later.
Sounds
spoilers,
good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Good to hear.
Right.
We don't want spoilers. We want to watch. We want to see what happens at the same time. So.
Yeah, so this was awesome, guys. Thanks for everybody joining in to talk about the game. Maybe we'll be able to do this again in a couple days. I'm a teacher on summer break, so I've got nothing going on. So maybe if people want to jump on and chat again in a couple days, we can do this. Or maybe if we have an amazing tribal council like we just had, we could just be like, all right, jump on the stream. We got to talk about this. So thanks for joining us, Nolan from Canada. Guys. That was awesome. Yeah, thanks, Nolan. And
or bye, Nolan.
I guess we'll go ahead and sign off.
We'll see you in the chat.
yeah, this will be on Facebook for everybody to go back and watch. It'll be on YouTube, and I will upload it as a podcast for
Ooh.
those listening pleasure. Like, why not? It's free. I'll just upload it. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you in the Facebook live chat.
Okay,
Bye,
talk to y'all
everyone.
later.